Thank you. Nabi Nabwera.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would like to start by saying that having looked at the budget estimates 2023-2024, and Mr. Speaker, noting that I am a member of first the Education Committee and the Public Accounts Committee, are various issues to raise. Mr. Speaker, the first issue I want to raise is that when I look at this budget, at the backdrop of having only one teacher by JSS class, and that instead of increasing more money to the education sector, we are doubling money in the Office of the President, we are doubling money in NIS vote, we are doubling money, Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, in the Office of the Deputy President. I have problems that we are not being sensitive to the Kenyan child. We are not being sensitive to the times that we are living in. The second problem I have with this budget, as I look at it, Mr. Speaker, it is the money in the infrastructure sector. The Constitution 2010 provides that any expenditure must be equitable, that the programs of the government must involve all parts of the country. When I look at the money that is going to fund infrastructure, it is going to fund infrastructure in particular sections of the country at the expense of the others. The question I keep on asking, are these people paying tax or not? The third point, Mr. Speaker, on this budget is in the energy sector. Mr. Speaker, I come from a constituency where 37 educational institutions are not provided with electricity, despite the fact that this House passed a motion indicating that all schools, all educational institutions must be provided with electricity. When I look at the budget lines, I don't see my constituency and other constituencies whose schools are not provided by electricity catered for. Mr. Speaker, I'm persuaded to think today, unless advised otherwise, that the increase in the money for defense indicates that then as a government, we are encouraging the problem in the Rift Valley. We are actually funding bandits. If not, what reason do we have to increase money for defense at the expense of the Kenyan child? Mr. Speaker, I come from a constituency that has been marginalized in development for many years. There is a road called C44, which connects 5 counties: Uasin Gishu, Kakamega, Bungoma, Trans Nzoia, and partly Nandi. Looking at this budget, this road has been that road has been launched 4 times, twice by Kibaki, twice by the Jubilee government, and even the current president, when he was the deputy president, he came to launch the road at Panpepa. Today, when I look at the budget estimates, there is no single cent for C44. Are we not Kenyans? Mr. Speaker, I have an issue of land. And when I look at this budget, I get concerned. The other day, I saw a letter from the CS Treasury asking for the Minister of Lands to exercise 2 forests. And when I look at this budget, there is provision for those 2 forests. Unfortunately, for the squatters living in Manzini Forest in Tarbo and squatters living in Mautuma Sendro, who are given land in 1992, they have not been provided for. What kind of country is this where we marginalize a section and provide for another? Mr. Speaker, I would like to support the estimates with amendments at the right time. Thank you.
Thank you. Other honorable members, allow me to stay this debate and go back to order number 2 and deliver the following communication. An update